Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of the Cannon Hall Farm podcast. We're still in Mum and Dad's kitchen and we're here to talk about something that's played a big part in our lives, food.
I think my mum is an excellent cook. And have you... No, you are. You are. You made some great dishes as a kid.
Oh,
you know,
good.
Kedgeree comes up in mind.
I can't remember doing it.
And you're a quality baker. You baked all the scones and everything
Oh, yeah.
for the cafe for all those years. And has it rubbed off on Richard at all, do you think?
Oh yes, definitely. Yeah.
How about every Sunday with what did you used to make on everything?
Pizzas.
Pizzas, that's it.
I like pizza.
Yeah.
I remember that bread now. I can still taste it.
Yeah, it was good.
With
It,
proper bread, she made them.
it wasn't a normal pizza that you get nowadays.
No.
But I really enjoyed that, yeah.
Yeah, and I had the strangest... We were allowed to put any topping that we liked on, and I had the strangest one of the lot.
Peas.
No, not anything
Green
but peas. No. Listen, it was
Bacon.
sardines. Just sardines.
No anchovies.
No tomato, no anchovies. Just a tin of sardines on a pizza.
Well, no, but it was like
sort
bread,
of dry,
wasn't it? Yeah.
dry, and not that appetising. But I insisted on it, and that's what I had. And yeah, strange but true.
So we're very, very pleased to say that the Cannon Hall Farm Cookbook, written exclusively by Richard, is due out on what date, Rich?
6th of November. I didn't have any ghostwriters or anything like that. I did it all by myself. So I'm quite proud of that, you know.
So 6th of November is the big day. That's when the book comes out. And it's a culmination of all the recipes that have played a significant part in our family's history of food, in our lives, and it's what sustained us over multiple generations.
It's that, and it's some more up-to-date stuff as well from my sort of experiments in the kitchen, but it does go right back to the scone recipe, the scones that saved the farm, as we call them, that my mum and Rosemary invented when we opened Home Farm Tea Rooms in 1981.
And why did the scones save the farm? Just for context, for people who might be newer viewers to the podcast.
It was like our first toe in the water of learning to be diversification and learning about sort of selling our sort of wares to the public, really, you know. So we just sort of got on the bandwagon, realised that we could make a living doing that, and it's led her to restaurants and stuff like that we've got now.
And will the recipe for these scones, the actual recipe, be in this book, or is it still a closely guarded secret?
The recipe, including the 2 bantam eggs, which for those of you who can't source 2 bantam eggs, you will be able to replace them with 1 hen egg without much sort of difference.
And will there be a method in there about how they, crumble the flour into the eggs?
That rubbing in is the most important
So you've
bit.
given away all our secrets.
I have, yeah. And I know my dad is worried about that because he thinks that everybody is going to go home, make their own scones and not buy any offers.
Well, that might happen, Rich. You never know.
He worries about stuff like that, but not everybody makes scones, do they, every day? You know? So I think we'll still sell a few.
And we had to go through lots of different types of scone recipes. Testing which one was the best.
Yeah.
And what about my mum's chocolate cake recipe?
That's not in there.
At least we've saved something.
We've got something for the next cookbook.
So what is in there, Mum, that's important to you in terms of your heritage in food production and cooking?
The scones and the pie I used to make at Christmas time.
Oh, yeah.
And I used to make pies for bonfire as well.
So the ham and chicken, was it?
Ham and...
It's ham and turkey.
Turkey, because...
But I think I say you can make it with chicken as well if you want to.
It's because we were using up turkeys, weren't we, to make it?
Yeah.
Sort of a Christmas leftover pie.
It is one of my favourite pies, that.
There's the date and walnut loaf as well.
The
Ginger cake, is that in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ginger cake.
Oh, there's some old family favourites there, isn't there?
Yeah.
Which we love at like sort
Ginger
of
cake.
Halloween time.
Would you say, Richard, is
Bonfire
it
night.
more linked into winter that feel good, put some flesh on your ribs type thing, or is it?
Well, it's a seasonal cookbook, so
Yeah.
there are recipes from spring, summer, autumn, and winter, and like probably more comfort food based around autumn and winter, and then a bit lighter and sort of more modern for. But we've got like the trout pate that we always used to have, carrot salad, like that we used to have at our parties,
I
on
like the
New Year's parties.
Trout
And,
patty.
yeah. And I make that I make my own mayonnaise as well in it, and it is nicer with homemade mayonnaise.
And you've burnished it with lots of little stories and anecdotes of times gone by.
Yeah, all sorts of stuff. Yeah, little memories, little vignettes as they call them.
Is there a story that you want to share with us now, or you could give the gist of it that might wet people's whistle and make them want a copy of that book?
Yeah, there is one story called Going Underground, which is about when I'd been fishing for the day, and we have a big underwater water tank up in the field, which not many people have, obviously. But you could lift up the stone.
It's now in a car park.
Yeah. Well,
You still get
Everything's
in
in a car park.
you can lift up a stone and then and get down to this brick chamber underground that had water in it. And we sort of liberated a trout from a local stream and put one in there. And for a couple of years it lived under there, and it was probably eating stuff that was dropping down through the little holes in the thing. Anyway, I jumped down into this hole to visit me trout. I left my fishing tackle next to the hole, and the next thing I knew, I don't know whether a bit of wind or whether
did the
something
stone drop
just
in on you?
shifted. The stone just fell over on the thing, and I'm like thinking, I was trying to push it up and push it
Couldn't
up.
you get out?
Couldn't get out, no. And I just couldn't get the leverage right, and it got a little bit of a crack, and then
There was
fell
one
back down
stage
again.
I thought you were actually going to be able to shove me off.
Nothing would
like
surprise me.
like
You
that.
probably just shoved it. So I did what every young sort of resourceful.
You
young
rang up on
man-
your mobile phone?
We didn't have mobile phones back then. I shouted for my mum as loud as possible. So I was shouting, "Mum! Mum!"
Did you think he needed his bum wiping again?
Well, I think my mum happened to be out, maybe hanging up some clothes or something
Maybe you
like
were
that.
in the garden before it became a car park.
You could hear me shouting, couldn't you?
Yeah, I could, yeah.
But you said you were running around all over the place thinking, where's that noise coming from? I can't. Anyway, eventually she went up into the
I
field
saw his fishing stuff.
and she saw me fishing stuff next to all.
Put two and
Otherwise,
two together.
it could have been hours and hours before she found me. Yeah.
So
And
just you
I
and
was
your
such a
trout?
relief.
You and your trout. What did you talk about?
Well, it wasn't just me and me trout. There were two little skeletons down there. There was a little frog and a little mouse skeleton.
you think you were
must
gonna
have
be
fallen.
next?
Well, I must admit, I looked at these skeletons and I was thinking, and I must have been down there half an hour, 20 minutes at least,
at
half an
I
hour.
bet it was 5 minutes.
And
what
I looked
stage?
at these little skeletons and I thought, it's going to be just me and you for all eternity.
At what stage did you think about eating the trout? How many
Well, I
days in
couldn't
would
have
it have
caught
been?
it, would it?
You had plenty of drinking water down there.
Yeah, that would have kept me going at least.
Nice clear water, wasn't it?
It was.
The trout wouldn't have lived.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It was running water for some reason. We still don't
It
really know where it
came
comes
from the pond.
Like
So,
an underground stream.
Buy the book to find out if Richard survived or didn't.
Well,
Now-
I think it's obvious I survived.
Now, Richard, your favourite recipe? You don't have to go into the details of it, but which is
You might
your...
want to go into details.
You can do. Which
Well,
is the dish
There
that
are two
shines?
that I cook most often, and that is the great balls of fire pasta or the chicken and mushroom risotto. But the great balls of fire pasta is... I probably cook that once a month.
If you went on MasterChef, which one would you cook of the two?
I'd probably cook the risotto, actually, because I feel there's a little more skill involved.
Do you put mushrooms in that, did you say?
Yeah, I use porcini and sort of
There's
real
some
mushrooms
very
too.
toadstooly looking mushrooms in that field in the wood. Is there? You might want to go
yeah.
You might want to go and have a look at them.
What, that one up there?
Dad's got a picture of them. You want to show him, Dad?
There.
Yeah,
What
there
do you
is.
think? You can move them down because they're different ones there.
Well, these are shaggy ink cap mushrooms, and they are an edible mushroom.
Yeah.
But you can also make ink for drawing with them.
Right.
So you take the caps, you sort of let them decompose. Really, they're very quick to decompose.
Yeah.
But when they're young, you can eat them, and when they're older, you can make them into ink.
Right.
So
If you run out of lead in your pencil, you know what to do.
yeah,
Get a shaggy
exactly.
ink cap.
That's what you need. And there's some that grow right up at the farm entrance of those as well.
Okay.
So are you interested in those, Rich? We'll be up there as soon as we finish this discussion and,
Yeah.
and getting them. And
Yeah, I want to
and
draw
making-
some pictures actually. I want
Yeah.
to draw some pictures using
Are
shaggy ink cap.
they the same one?
And do you think using shaggy ink cap ink will make your pictures better? Will it
Yes.
inspire you more as a creative soul?
Well, I love stuff like that. I love like sort of making something from nature. It's a bit like foraging, isn't it? And I've got into the foraging side of things, wild garlic and stuff like that. Yeah, that's another one of the same ones. Yeah,
Same one.
yeah, it is. Yeah.
But I can't help but wonder, you're a fairly well-made lad. You must be eating something other than shaggy ink caps and wild garlic.
Well, yeah. Sometimes they go straight through you there. Yeah, that's when they melt down. You see, that's
I've seen
That's
all
what
these
happens.
photographs.
thinking they're all a different mushroom, but
Yeah.
they're different
But
stages.
they look different.
Yeah, the different
They
stages.
do
That's,
grow
that's
there.
interesting, isn't it?
You know, every year you get the
What about
same
them?
fungus growing.
Yeah, I'm afraid they're the same ones as well. Yeah, yeah,
Well, they
Keep
look
going,
so,
Dad.
they look so different.
Keep going.
yeah.
No, that's it.
Yeah. Well, keep looking. 'Cause-
Okay.
But that is an edible, so that's one you can eat. Not that you will be doing
Do you
that.
feel as though, Richard, that you're well enough equipped to know definitively,
Some-
without a shadow of a doubt, that those
Well, there are
are
some
okay?
that I wouldn't touch. You know, like there are some. Basically, it's all there on the internet for you to. You know, all the close sort of variations. I found some amethyst deceivers.
Can you get
last
an app
year.
for your phone?
Yeah, I think so.
And
Yeah.
do you-
Well, Google.
I think it's dangerous ground. This anyone listening, I'd be very very careful going around picking
I'm
fungus.
going to say check very carefully, but there are lots of fungus, like any bracket fungus. There are no poisonous ones, so you will not find a bracket fungus, which is one that grows on a tree on the side of a
Right.
tree.
Are there ever any that you get and you think, well, I'll just have a little bit, give it half an hour and see if I keel over?
Well, no, there is a spit test you can do, and as long as you spit out all the mushroom, it will not get you.
Richard, I'm intrigued. Great Balls of Fire is a wonderful name. Is there a story behind that?
There is indeed, yes. My 30th birthday party.
Oh, so quite recent then.
Well, just a matter of a few decades ago. Yeah, I actually decided I'm going to cook this pasta dish up for that. But when it came to spicing it up a bit, I bought some of these little Italian bullet chilies, and I basically just took a handful and chucked it into my big pile.
So it wasn't Great Balls of Fire at that stage, it was just a pasta dish.
It was just a pasta dish until I took a handful of these chilies because they're extremely, extremely hot.
So what have you got recipe wise? Are you still got that bullet chilies in it?
Well, I
Or have
actually
you adapted it?
I've adapted it to be slightly calmer. I use Juan Dia, I think they're called, chilies, which are sort of a Spanish one actually, but I'm all for mixing up your different sort of countries.
So
foods.
people don't necessarily need the toilet roll in the fridge and the toilet door open ready.
No. Well, I do say that you can, if you don't like a spicy pasta, you just leave the chilies out altogether and it will still taste lovely.
So you can moderate it to your own requirements for heat.
Well, you know what? Part of my whole sort of ethos about food is that you shouldn't follow a recipe absolutely directly. You should adapt it to sort of how you're. Yeah, exactly. So my dad will have everything bland as well.
And that's also,
That's how I like it.
I suppose, you can add stuff that you want to use up in your fridge.
Yeah.
You know.
But the reason it got the name was because the DJ tried the pasta when we had a break for food. He tried the pasta, and when he came back on, he said, blimey, did anybody have any of that pasta? Touch of the Jerry Lee Lewis's. Goodness gracious, great balls of fire. So that was
the DJ named it.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, and young William Mott, I remember you telling me, he said, blimey, have you seen William Mott? He said he sat there with his face bright red, with sweat pouring down his face, while he's eating this, trying to shovel his way through this bowl of pasta. Poor kid. And he were only about 6 or 7 years old.
Well, he obviously liked his food hot.
Yeah.
And come next summer, that 30th birthday party is going to be a 60th birthday.
It is. It's double.
And so what are you thinking of cooking from the cookbook to celebrate your 60th birthday? What will be on the menu?
Well, who knows? I might be writing another cookbook by then, but I could. There's no paella, you see, in this.
It will be published on his 90th birthday.
Yeah, but I might be fired up with enthusiasm now, you know. But I don't know really. I think we could do a barbecue, couldn't we? Because there's a few barbecue dishes in there. There's a nice lamb skewer.
It's the right time of year.
Dish.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
Nice, and there's a nice chicken dish marinated in garlic and lemon and stuff like that. So there's all sorts of stuff we could do.
So 60th birthday to look forward to. 61st wedding anniversary to look forward to. How old will you be, Dad, in March?
83.
Oh, I thought that's better than I thought. I thought you were going to be 84. So that means you're a year younger.
I'm 82.
He's not looking bad on it, though, is he?
The trouble is, though, don't you think that? I mean, I know we're digressing from food. The more you sort of look into seasons and times of year and look forward to things, the faster that calendar seems to clip over, doesn't it?
Well, the busier, the faster it goes.
Yeah. And what about Christmas then? Is there anything in the cookbook to do with Christmas, Richard? Anything about your Christmas dinner that might be a help to anyone there?
Well, there's only the pie dish, which is a Christmas leftover one, but there's lots of sort of hearty, filling, comfort food type of meals, really. Like me shinner beef with roasted garlic mash. That is a lovely, warming.
So that could be a Boxing Day meal.
I'm surprised you didn't do a Boxing Day curry.
Boxing Day curry.
With all the turkey that's left over.
The only curry in it is a monkfish curry, which is really nice. It's a really nice one. But there's a nice, your dish, the one that I sort of based on what you like, is the like curry and chicken with super smashing great fried rice.
Yeah.
Is that what makes super smashing great fried rice?
It's a Jim Boynism.
No, but why do you call it that? Is it because is it the rice that Jim likes?
Well, the way I wrote it, I thought the editor might say, no, that's daft. You can't have that. But what I said was, if Jim Bowen ever cooked fried rice, this is the fried rice he'd cook. Not that he ever probably did, but this is we all liked a bit of bullseye.
And did the editor or did the team that were looking over it once you'd written it, did they take much out that you felt strongly about? Did they leave it alone?
No, they pretty much left it alone. I was surprised and pleased at how little they sort of meddled.
Were you ready to rebel if they'd have said? Did you have any red lines in there that you would have really fought for, or?
Not really. There were odd words that I said I'd rather put that back in because I noticed they'd gone, and I thought that I just need to just emphasise that a little bit more. But to be fair to them, they didn't really change much.
So mirror books have been good to deal with from your point of view.
Brilliant, yeah. And particularly Jo, I sort of emailed her with the idea first off, and I thought, well, you never know, they might like the idea or they might not, but here's my best bits. They immediately came back and said, we really like it, leave it with me, I'll go to the powers that be and see what they think, but you cannot have a vomiting story in a cookbook.
And did that deter you?
No. I could sort of see why you wouldn't want a vomiting story in a cookbook.
But it was nothing to do with your food, though, was it? Just to clarify. Anyone listening.
It was me dad.
It's very good though that they've accepted you unknown writer of anything really. So.
And you've both read it, haven't you?
Yeah.
And you did say you were quite moved at times and you enjoyed it.
Good. Very, very good.
Is it
Excellent.
a rollicking good romp read? No?
No, but I suppose touching on that point, and Dad's obviously fulsome praise for it. You must be very satisfied to have actually written something like that's been passed down to people who do that for a living, and they've sent it back with very little change.
Yeah.
And they've been enthusiastic about it.
Certain amount of enthusiasm, so I think
It's good.
yes, very
More than a certain amount.
yeah.
Well, she said she'd really enjoyed working on it, and had been a lovely book to work on.
So, Rich, what does success look like with this cookbook to you? What are you hoping is the legacy from it?
Well, you know what? When I first sent that little passage off to Mirror Books and said, you know, this is what I'm proposing to put in it. In the introduction, it said, I hope that this cookbook is one of those books which ends up with sort of dog-eared pages, food splattered on it, little notes in the margins that sort of you've annotated recipes and just added your own little bit of magic in there. And it's that sort of cookbook. I don't want it to be a cookbook that sits on a shelf and never gets picked up. I want it to be one that you're forever leafing through, maybe reading a little story, maybe looking for a recipe, but one of those cookbooks that's used and loved.
So success would be for that cookbook to be tatty, battered, but treasured, and not sat on a shelf looking pristine for the rest of its life.
Exactly. And a bit like my Delia's cookbook is, because that's got sort of notes shoved in between the pages and stuff like that. And there are certain cookbooks out there that you use again and again, and there are some that just sit there. So
let's hope, guys, if you buy this book, that it becomes battered, tattered, torn, well used, smiled about, and most of all, enjoy the food. Well, that draws the episode to a conclusion. A massive well done to Richard for writing something that's special to him, that's special to us, and I hope is special to everyone out there. Thanks for your company, Mum and Dad. And we'll look forward to trying these recipes, battering that cookbook to smithereens, and enjoying our food like we've done for the last 5 or 6 decades.
So, Richard, just one last time, when's the book out?
the book is out on the 6th of November. We're doing a book signing in the farm shop on the 8th of November.
Well, there you are. You know where to get it. And it's also available on our website. So from all the farmers at Cannon Hall Farm and my mum.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Which camera waving to that one?
Bye.
Bye.
Mum's a farmer as well.
Yeah.
I don't know.
She always has been.